Hello, how you doing? Okay, so we're going to do another spread. I have another video where I do the tarot of the Sephiroth spread, which is an 11 card spread, so it takes like forever. It's a really long one. And a lot of the times you just don't feel like doing that long of a card reading. This one's a more common one to do. I call this the Yahensue card spread, but it's I think it's also called no, I'm not sure what it's called. I don't know. I learned it somewhere along the lines. It's not original, but it covers all the concepts of Yahensue. So I just call it the Yahensue card spread. Okay, with this one, this is a 5 card spread. The first step, we're facing east. So it's a northeast, southwest type of thing. First, you put in the middle the significator card. The significator card is the one that signifies you. So this one, the 6 of Wands, it signifies, well, the significator card signifies like where you stand, you know, related to the question at hand. The question at hand is what can I do with my YouTube channel, The Spiral Times, to be as efficient as possible to those that are here for the right reasons. Okay. All right. So now when you've done that, then you shuffle the rest of the deck. Okay. Now I hold the cards out so the great angel can touch his hands on the cards. Cross myself and say the prayer. I invoke thee, Yahweh El Shaddai, Yahweh El Roi, that thou wilt send Heru, the great angel that is set over the operations of the secret wisdom, to lay his hands invisibly upon these cards of art that have been consecrated in thy name, Yahweh El Roi, that thereby I may obtain true knowledge of hidden things to the glory of thine ineffable name. Amen. Now I finished shuffling them. I shuffled them a tad bit, crossed myself, said the prayer, had them out so that Heru, the great angel, can touch his hands on the cards and activate them. Now as I shuffle them right now, I need to be thinking about the question at hand. Basically, you guys, what I can do to do a better job. I think I can be kind of dry. To me, the excitement is the information. I spent so much time, literally thousands and thousands of hours, praying and meditating and studying and reading to come up with this information for my own sake. You know, I had no idea I was going to put that out there in a YouTube channel. But now I've pretty much put my whole, I guess you could call it church, online for anybody to do. But it never really was originally intended for that. So this question is, you know what? You know, if there is somebody that comes at it for the right reasons, what can I do from their perspective to make, you know, because this is good stuff to help them. Okay. Now, I place some cards on each. I don't just take the cards off the top of the deck. I just kind of like divide, like for the first one, the second, we have the first card down. The second one I'm going to place to the west. See, so I grabbed a whole stack of them. See, I'm not looking at the bottom. I grabbed not just one card, but a bunch of them. Okay. Wait, I'm sorry. I have this card, I have this laid out wrong. Let me do this. Hang on a second, let me fix this. I didn't realize this. There, I don't know why I did that. Maybe that doesn't make sense, but okay. because the first one you set down is a significator card. You need to be facing east, which I am, but then the second card you lay down is to the west. So I need to put that right there, the west. Okay, and then I'll grab another chunk of the pile. And the third card placement you do is to the north. Then that's the third. The fourth one is to the east. And then the last of it, I will place that is actually to the, what is that? So north to the south. That's south. So it's north, south, east, and west because we're facing east. So west is behind us. I haven't done this with my bed, and I just barely reorganized. I told you guys this in the banishing ritual when I just reorganized my whole apartment and everything. So I haven't really done this facing this way. But anyway, I like this. This is cool. Okay, so now you turn them over in that same order, starting with the west. That's this one. Okay, and the west signifies the past, where you've been. And we got the Two of Cups. Okay, this one, so this information, I just said that I spent thousands of hours and everything. It was actually a team effort back when I was married. My ex and I, I would do all the reading. I would read the books, and then I would discuss, after I'd read like part of the book, and then we'd go and we'd smoke some herb, and then we'd discuss what I learned. I'd tell her about it. And then we would kind of do this. It was kind of like a group effort, the two of us. And then I'd say, well, I would discuss what I need next. You know, what subject matter I need for the next book. And I would look at my my magazine thing, little like pamphlet thing that my Rasta friend in Harlem made. And see if he sells a book that's that the Rastas use on that subject, and then I'll order that, and then she would go to the library and see if the library has anything. We'd use the Intermountain Library Exchange, so we could use any library in the country to see, so I could make sure I read all the books in the country on the subject, and then I'd move to the next subject. And so this represents that originally. The past, it was this. If it represents that this was originally a group effort. I'm trying to make it a group effort now. It started out a group effort when I was married. Okay, so now the next one is the card to the north. The card to the north represents forces uprising from the unconscious. The unconsciousness. Okay, and we got you see the Ace of Pentacles, whose corresponding herb is whole grains, because it means like wholesomeness. Whole grains are wholesome. See that? So see the pathway. The pathway. See how it has a pathway going that way. So the Ace of Pentacles is a pathway. So of course the ace is really the number 1 of pentacles, which corresponds to Keter. So it's the top of the tree. So it's like the purest concept of the suit, pentacles. So basically, forces from my unconsciously, the forces behind this card spread is that it's a journey. It's my journey. That's based on a need for nourishment, that I'm not, that really this is more about me. How can I feel more You know, it's not about how can I help you, it's about how can I help me. I guess that'll rub off on you or something. But I need to look for more nourishing ways. Either more nourishing ways for you through me. That's what I think it means. Then, the next one we do is the card to the east. That is this one. And we got the 10 of Wands. Okay? The card to the east represents the future, where I'm going. So, where am I going? Because I'm facing east, so it's in front of me. So here you see the 10 of Pentacles. 10 is the largest number in the suit, so it's the how he has, see how he has 10 wands, and notice that the wands in his backpack, they're not just like in there normal. They're like so full of life that they're like going this direction and that, and they're not like sitting still. They're like trying to probably pull themselves out of the bundle, and they're just like dying to. There's a bunch of energy in him, you know. So he's going on a journey, see, and there's he has lots to offer, lots of magic. So it also shows, if you look at it right, it's moving on, but it's moving on not really because you want to. So now it's the subconscious was saying that that going down the journey to find more wholesomeness. This is like moving on from where I am right now with this channel, because I have to. But moving, it also starts to reveal the answer, which is art. You know, because wands are a creative energy. So the wand moving on, and you don't really want to, because there's unexpressed energy. These wands are going all over the place. But it's creative energy, it's passion and art, and a desire for love, you know, like sexual love especially, and to be creative. So yeah, that's true. I'm actually just about ready to start my second album of my music, The Seashores. I think that's pretty much what it's saying, that the next step is to not worry so much about candles and incense and who Jah is and the power within and communicating with guardian angel and all these type of details, but to instead move on from those type of details and go into and get more, you know, focus on my art and express yourself through the art. You're done. It's time to move on. Okay. Now, the last card is the card to the south. And the card to the south represents forces appearing in the consciousness. So do you get it? So the north is forces from the unconsciousness. The south is forces from the consciousness. The east is the direction you're facing, is where you're going. And then the west is where you've been. See, because you're facing that way. So it's a very logical spread. So it's simple and fast and easy, and you don't need to memorize what you do next or anything, because it's just like so easy. And what do I get? The 9 of Swords. Oh no, this is one of the cards that you don't want to get. See how the woman is sitting up and crying. So it's the 9 of Swords. Swords represents air, intellectual, words. So I'm glad this card came up, because what it does, how it affects the spread, is a good example of what it's like doing tarot cards. You know, like my position right now is that I don't want to tell you what this card means. Sometimes the cards can be brutally honest, you know, and so now it really puts this is the consciousness. It becomes conscious of what really this is saying. It's saying that I'm a little bit off as far as my own, like, I guess mental health or something due to my solitude. I don't really have friends. It's kind of like one of the reasons for her. It can be like lamentation because of some kind of loss or sadness, but it also can be like an illness or an unfortunate like solitude, you know, like a loss of so like in transitioning, I pretty much lost most everybody out of my life. My son is in my life still, and he's awesome, but he's really young, and I definitely need more. I need a dog, I need a boyfriend, and I need a best friend that's a girl. Like those things would be invaluable to me. I don't want to see, like, you have to be honest, you know? Like human nature right now, I want to say this card's about someone else. It's you guys. You guys are sick. This card means you guys are sick, and it's not my fault, you know, but it doesn't mean that. Being a minor arcana card, notice I got all minor arcana cards. Every one of these are a minor arcana card. I got one thing from each suit. I got a sword, a wand, a cup, and a pentacle. So the four things, but then the significator card is a wand. So I got 2 wands, and then one of everything else after that. So it's so basically it's time to move on, not just for the YouTube channel and not just for you guys, but time to move on for my own benefit through my art. Hopefully I'll make new friends. Maybe I can start a band or something, or maybe just other musicians that are also making their art. But it's time to move on, express myself with my art, and then you know, make some friends, and you know, and not, you know, that maybe part of the reason I spend so much energy on my YouTube channel is that I don't have enough friends, you know. But the whole thing, like like another thing that the message of the whole thing is, because this is about the YouTube channel, not me personally so much, even though it did get real personal. So basically, then when I make this new music and these new friends, then that's going to reflect something in my YouTube channel. So maybe people are kind of like not enjoying my YouTube channel because of, it's like, oh my hell, doesn't this chick have any friends? And like, my gosh, what do you mean? You know, your only album of your music is a rough draft. Time to get some recording equipment and get going on that, you know? Time to make some friends. Where's your dog, you know? And how you didn't even barely go camping and hiking this summer, and you know, time to move on. And then that's going to make it more exciting and more, somehow it'll make it easier for you guys to understand the message and everything. So anyway, so that's how, so right now really what I'm trying to do is show you guys how to do tarot cards. So go buy a card deck, whichever one you want. I recommend the Rider-Waite deck just because, you know, buy 3 or 4 of them and you'll see what I mean. It's just a better one to learn with. And then you can, you know, and collect them, get a bunch of them, and then buy a book about the tarot. Get the book that I recommend so much, the Complete Guide to the Kabbalah. You can spend your whole life doing tarot cards and astrology and never even get into the Kabbalah, but the Kabbalah is kind of like it's like a higher, more in-depth magic of the whole thing, and they're all the same thing. They're all connected. So you might not even go the Kabbalah direction. Just go get a book on what the cards mean. Go buy a deck, and you can do this spread, the Yahensue spread. It's you can see it couldn't be any easier. It's a beautiful spread, and I will try to do these things so you guys can like my channel more.